All right, so the second thing is, so funds allocation towards your business is an important thing, so we need to get that together. The second thing we need to look at in week one is the actual niche idea that you'd be thinking about, right? So I like to look at micro niches. So I'll give you a bit of an example. So baby is in a micro niche. That's just a broad niche, and garden is just a broad niche, right? But what we want to do is we want to start to collect a list of micro niche ideas that we either have some interest in. We don't need to always have interest in. I believe that passion comes from the process, not necessarily the actual niche or the hobby that you have, unless it is a passionate hobby, which is great. But just start to think about which niche, which category you actually want to get into. So when I talk about micro niches, this is what I mean. So let me go to this really cool tool. All right, so this is on, well, I can send you this. It's just browsenodes.com. This is basically all the categories in Amazon, right? So if we were to look at these particular categories, we can see, and let's go to baby category. I'm familiar with that. I have a couple of brands in the baby category. So let's have a look at baby, right? So that's the baby category. So this will be classified as the actual niche, right? So the niche is baby category. But if we were looking at building a business in the baby category, and you said to me, Sam, I really want to build a business in the baby category. I want to focus on that particular niche. To actually have a business that becomes well known in the baby category is probably going to cost you millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? Because there are so many products in the baby category, right? It's going to be very hard to solidify yourself as an expert in the baby category. And that's what we're trying to do, but we're trying to do that with a micro niche, right? When I first got started, I actually got into the kitchen and dining space. My first product was a potato masher. My second product was a coffee grinder. My third product was a salt and pepper shaker. I was trying to get into the kitchen and dining niche. But really what I should have done is my very first product, which was a potato masher, and I bundled it with the best-selling vegetable peeler. I had a beautiful gift box, nice ebook, and it was selling like hotcakes, right? And what I should have done was just stick to that particular niche, which was in the potato mash space. Now that's a micro niche, right? So imagine if I had 10 different potato mashers and 10 different peelers, and I had ebooks about potato mash, and I would have been known as, if you want a potato masher, you go to this particular website, right? Because I stock a lot of different potato mashers. I have a lot of different peelers. I have ebooks. I'll be an expert in that particular micro niche, right? So we don't want to look at a broad niche. We can look at a broad niche initially, but we really want to hone in on exactly what it is, right? That's how you become very different in this space, and that's how you become the go-to person for those particular products. So for example, if I was looking at the bird niche, right? Pets, birds, and if you think about bird products, there are cages, there are perches, there are bird toys, there are bird seeds, there's a lot of different bird baths, there's a lot of different bird products. But if I was thinking about the micro niche within the bird products, I'd be thinking about, say, bird baths, right? And I would say, okay, I want to specialize. My micro niche is bird baths, and I want to have a website called birdbaths.com, and all my products are going to be bird baths, right? So that would be a micro niche. But initially, when you're first getting started, right, what you want to do is you want to have one product. So I'm just going to draw on a screen. So let's say you have one particular product. That's your one product. And that particular product, you want to add variations to it. So you're going to keep the same product, but we're going to be adding variations to that product. So that could be different colors, it could be different designs, and we're going to get to that a lot later on. But I am going to cover products and differentiation in session 2. That's going to be more differentiation, and I think we're going to start doing a list of products in session 3. And I actually brought that forward. So in my last 8-week brand startup, I actually did product differentiation right at the end, but I found that I think it's good to introduce it to you early on, so that way you're continually thinking about it and mulling it over, because then you're going to start to spot some really good opportunities, right? I'm excited about that. But if we go back to micro niche, so the way to actually find it is pretty good. You can go into this website called browsenodes.com, and these are all the different categories that are on Amazon, right? So we have appliances, arts, crafts, automotive, baby, etc. So you can see there's a lot of different stuff here. Now, every single category comes with its own set of advantages and challenges. And so some things to stick away from is probably going to be things like the clothing, shoes and jewelry, electronics. I don't mind electronics as long as you know what you're getting into and you know that the process of getting into electronics is going to be a lot trickier, right? It doesn't mean it should be a deterrent. It just means that you have to go in prepared, right? So there's some important things that you need to do there. So again, there is no category there is off limits in my book. But what you need to know is every single category is going to have its own set of challenges and again, or advantages.